Hi friends, it is a dark, blustery day outside and it is about 7:30 p.m. So I'm feeling kind of moody, kind of spooky. I thought this would be the perfect time to bust out something that I got in the mail. And if you already watched my most recent video, which I will link up here, you will know that it was from Shroud Cosmetics. Shroud Cosmetics is this really dope indie brand that I have been dying to get my hands on. So I finally caved and I bought myself the Arcana Palette. It is everything I want aesthetically. I also bundled it with the Creepy Cute palette, which I have been coveting for probably over a year now. So I will absolutely bust that out soon. But today it's just calling my name. But I wanted to add a little twist just for some fun to jumpstart my creativity because I have been feeling a little stagnated. It's been a rough couple weeks for the entire world. So folks, we're gonna do a challenge. I don't even like challenges, but you know what? This one seems the least offensive out of all of them. We're gonna do a little palette bingo. So if you want to watch me potentially fail miserably at eyeshadow, then keep on watching. The suspense is killing me. Let's get started. So for those of you who have never seen a palette bingo before, a lot of beauty gurus have been doing this for a while. I don't know who started it. If I can find out who started palette bingo, I'll link them in the description box down below, but I have a feeling that would just be untraceable. So the idea is to pull a number of random eyeshadows and try and incorporate them into a look. Seeing this palette, this could break real bad. All right, y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. But seriously, have you ever seen a more aesthetically pleasing eyeshadow palette? This color scheme is everything. I've been dying to test out the eyeshadow formula of Shroud Cosmetics, but the trick to this video is that I am at the mercy of chance. To make it a little easier on me, because I don't really want to fail so badly that I don't even want to post it, I want to at least have a small chance of making something that looks nice. So I will pick, let's see, 6 is a good number of eyeshadows to use. It'll also give us a good chance of using half of the shades in the palette. So we're going to number them left to right, going down the rows that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on. 1, 3, 6, 8, 9, 11 are all mattes, and then the rest are some form of metallic or shimmer. I'm crossing my fingers that we get a little bit of both. Without further ado, let's pick some numbers. Let's just give this a really, really good shake. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm nervous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The numbers I pulled are 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, and 10. 2 is familiar, 3 is Shroud, 6 is Entity, 7 is Nocturnal, 8 is Relic, and 10 is Mystic. So that's an interesting combination. I will give it that. But I got what I wanted, which is a nice blend of mattes and shimmers. I just don't know if I would ever put these colors together. All right, so let's start, I guess. Okay, these two won't be that difficult. I think it'll be Shroud that I'll have an interesting time putting in the look. So 6 will go in the crease. 8, Shroud. All right, I think I have a plan. Let's just zoom you guys in and start the eye look. In a weird science experiment, I decided to purposefully draw this brow longer than this brow, just to see if that does even anything to even them out. In case you're like, why is one of her eyebrows always longer than the other one? It's obviously witchcraft, because even if it looks like this one's shorter than this one, because it always does, this one is purposefully longer. Enjoy having your brains explode. Well, before I do anything else, I think this needs to come off right now. Ready in 3, 2, 1, go. Never fails to cheer me up every single time. Okay, let's do a little prime with the primer that I always use, the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. I'm just gonna do the obvious, which is put the lightest matte shade in the crease just to start and get an idea of what to do, which is Entity, which is number 6. Let's see what happens. So I'm gonna do a cut crease, I think, in a more angled shape going up. It's really pretty. It's definitely a lot more neutral than I anticipated. All right, now we're taking shade 8, which is Relic, this one over here, and we're gonna deepen things up a little bit. Don't know if I would put these two together, but here we are. They're blending really well. Is the color combination questionable? Yes, but I am really liking that blend. Let's go back into Entity and punch up that yellow a bit more. Let's cut the crease because I feel like I have something to prove. And we're gonna do a shape that starts here, curves up, in, and wings out. 2 and 7. Let's start with Familiar. I think I'll take this shade all the way up along the edge. That's going on really nicely, by the way. All right, let's see how Nocturnal behaves. Oh, this one is definitely giving me Fallout. I'm just trying to blend these two metallics. Not terrible though. Well, it's something. I definitely want to darken up that crease a little bit, so I'm taking a little pencil brush, dipping back into Relic, and we're going to emphasize this a little bit more so it has some more contrast. Okay, well, I kind of hate it. But I think on the other side, we're just gonna do the same shades, but in a different combination and see what we can come up with that is maybe slightly better than this. We've gone this far, we kind of need to just keep going. Let's just go ahead and finish up this eye. What we're gonna do is finish up the lower lash line with Shroud and somehow incorporate this blue metallic. Now this color goes on pretty smoothly. Lots of payoff right away. Well, that's kind of interesting. I'm just gonna give this a quick swatch before I put it on because I have no idea what it's gonna do. Interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what happens if I just put it over top of Shroud. That's kind of cool. It really amplifies the blue a lot. I think I'll keep it just to under here and not wing it all the way out. Well, that's something. It's certainly not what I would put together. And I also do feel like I could do a better job of combining these colors now that I've seen what they can do. So what I think I'm gonna do is try a completely different look on the other eye using the exact same colors. This could also be a mistake and it could also take me 1,000 years, but we're gonna do it anyway. So on this side, we're not gonna cut the crease. Let's make it a softer, more blendy, more smeary kind of look. I feel like that's the vibe this whole palette is giving me, not crease cutting and angular. I don't think this is the vibe. We tried Precision. It was so-so. I'm sure with a more thought out color combination, you could do Precision. So this time Entity is actually going on the lower lash line. I'll blend it out. And then in the crease, we'll start with Relic, deepen it up with Shroud, and then do these two metallics again on the lid, but in a different way. Hey there, Editing Maddie here. Just punching in real quick to say it took me until just now to realize I did not even use the blue metallic in the second look. It was completely erased from my memory as soon as I used it. So please don't roast me. And I apologize. Anyway, back to the video. I feel like this gray, almost purple will pair better with a blue, maybe. We'll see. So I'm making this side a lot more blown out because I don't think Relic needed to be blended out with Entity. They're kind of just similar in depth anyway, which is why I can't really get that good contrast in the cut crease on that side. So let's deepen all of that up in the crease with Shroud. Gosh, it really does pack a punch though. I'm already getting major Tim Burton vibes on this side. That is such a nice blend. Yeah, Much better. Let's start with Familiar, which is that more rosy metallic. And we want to keep this one really soft. And then let's just take Nocturnal right on the finger and join everything together. I do like Nocturnal better with the finger. It is still giving me lots of texture though. But you can see that it's looking a lot nicer than this side. This side, you can definitely see my lid texture there. This side, looking a lot smoother. Now that I'm seeing this side, I am hating this side more and more. Let's finish off the eye with Entity. I'm looking a little crazy right now, but this is a really interesting experiment. All right, what I'm gonna do is go off camera, put on some lashes, and then we will speed through the rest of my face, and then we will come back and discuss. Alright, that is enough makeup for one day. This video is full of ups and downs and twists and turns, but I am pretty happy with at least one side of my face. You know, actually, the more I sat on this one and ruminated on it, I don't hate it as much as I hated it before. Adding a little bit of wing liner definitely helped tie everything together, as well as the lashes. Lashes always make everything look like you did it on purpose. I'm really enjoying the blend from that gray to the blue to the purple to the rose. It's just a really nice flow. And this one is just a bit disjointed, but I can kind of see there's some interest in that contrast between the blue and the yellow. It's just that these shades I would not have paired together at all in the first place. So this was a really interesting experiment. It certainly pushed me out of my comfort zone quite a lot. I certainly gravitated more towards the warmer side of it all and kind of ignored all the cool tones upon first inspection. Now that I've randomly dipped into this palette with no rhyme or reason and having the choice completely taken out of my hands, I kind of can see now where this palette is divided, where I didn't see that before. It's very obviously divided in half, the warm side, cool side, which I completely overlooked in the beginning, which is really interesting. Pulling both warm and cool tones certainly threw a wrench into everything, but I think I handled it okay. I am curious to know what you would have done with all of those shades. If you would have done anything like I did, or would you have gone in a completely different direction? Please let me know. I'm so curious to hear your thoughts. Also, let me know if you guys have any interest in seeing me try and use the rest of the shades that we didn't use today. I am totally game to do that, but also after that, I kind of want to just do what I want to do with this palette. I don't know if I necessarily want to do 3 videos on this palette, but I would like to know your thoughts. Whether A, you want me to palette bingo again with all the remaining shadows, or B, create something completely out of my own head. Those are your options. And I promise you, this is going to be used a lot. Probably in some upcoming Animal Crossing tutorials. But I will leave it there for now, folks. Here are the many ways you can help out my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, follow me on other social media. I will leave those right there, and hit the bell. All right, folks, that is it for me. I'm gonna go make some very late dinner. Stay healthy, stay home, flatten that curve, and above all else, be kind and be generous, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.